NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Let's go, defense.
Play action to Drake. Now Carr. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Carr now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line.
Carr to throw again. Touchdown Raiders! N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They find some open field here. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert just beat the play clock. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside. Here's a diving catch right side.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers nothing.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. N'Keal Harry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 87 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 21, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, putting the ball right on him.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 44, Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Harry. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 212 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up.
Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Raiders 28, Chargers 21.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now Carr.
At the 19-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
At the Raiders' 6-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third and 2, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Trey McKinney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 28.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10.
On play action, now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Renfro. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go. One, later one. Mike Bobo. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 44 is the Mike. 44.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got his man. That's Harry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Carr again. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now in the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Got a man open, that's Harry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again, it's Carr. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he hits Drake. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And incomplete on the deep ball. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Herbert going to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 3 from the 9. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So, for the Chargers, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all